Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. So I started AI tools, right? We have covered AI tools in the previous sessions. So in AI tool also we have to write some content, right, to get to know like what we are looking something. So we have seen many tools, right, on the last recording in the last session. So today we are going to understand what is a prompt engineering and what the prompt and why it is useful. Right now we know, right, we have a lot of tools available, right? Like previously we know that we have like Google, where Google we were typing something and we are getting something, but Google was not that much efficient. So there is a lot of tools other than the Google which will help you if you are on any professions, right? Any professions where we have a type something and we can get some information. So prompt is something which is a kind of language, you can say like that. Like for example, we are having we are a humans, right? So if we'll talk to each other, right, so we do know like the language of like the person, right? I can't talk that the person which do not know like my language, right? Suppose I know English. If I will talk to someone, if he doesn't know, do not know English, right, I cannot talk to them. Same like AI we have, right? So AI is what? Artificial intelligence. With the help of them we do talk. So there is a lot of tools like ChatGPT, one of them, right? Other than like we have a like cloud, right? Many tools is there, okay? Gemini is there. So if you want to talk to them, right, you should know what you want to say to them, and then only they will reply to you, right? So that is called prompt. So prompt is a way to talk to AI. Okay, so what is a prompt? How do we write the prompt? That all we are going to cover in this particular sessions. Okay, so that session topic is prompt engineering. That means we have to get good understanding of the prompt, then only we can talk with the AI. Now the AI is giving everything to you, whichever you are required, right? You just have to use them and you have to put them in your you have to use them in your day-to-day routines, right? So what is the prompt? How does it work? That we are going to understand. So what is a prompt? So prompt engineering involve the formulation, clear and strategic input to direct AI systems in generation of precise, meaningful and high quality output, right? That means I will type something and it will give me something, right? So what it is actually, we have to it will give me some kind of information. So if I will give some input to the AI, then AI will give some output to me, right? So what could be the input, how we can write that things, and what is the way of writing that all we are going to understand like prompt engineering. So we know, right, if you want to talk in any English, right, we have a different type of grammars of it, right? You can't talk like any way, otherwise it will not understand. Same like if you want to talk with AI, right, you should know what kind of structure that does follow, what kind of language it does follow, what kind of grammar it does follow, right? So that all we are understanding with this particular session, right? So why it is matter? Weak prompt. So we have a two type of prompt: weak prompt, strong prompt, something like that, right? So that we'll understand one by one. Okay, why it is matter? Weak prompt result in unclear, broad and incorrect response. What is the meaning of weak prompt? Like suppose I want to know like what is India? What is anything. If I'm giving some general, right, what is a why, what is the humans, right? So it will give me complete information about human. But if I want to know the specific things about the humans, right, that will give me a proper answer, right? So weak prompt is what? Weak prompt result is unclear, broad and incorrect response, right? Well crafted prompt boost AI performance, reducing the time and workload. So that way we do design a prompt. So prompt should be well crafted, right? And that should be give a good response to us as well, right? A strong prompt improve the task like context generation, data interpretation and informed decision making, right? So whenever we are writing a prompt, we should have to be take care of it, what kind of prompt we are writing and what kind of response we are looking actually. So according to like for example, I want to talk to someone, right? I have to write the same thing what I want to ask. I can't say anything to them, right? If I will say anything to them, then they will not respond me properly, right? They will not respond me properly. They may not understand, or they may ask, could you please repeat me once again? Could you please repeat me once again? So that way we have to define a prompts. So that means AI will understand clearly, right? There is a different technique of it that we are going to understand now. So key elements of good prompts. What could be the element should be present if you want to make a good prompts? First, give foundation details or clarity to the fields. what you are looking, that fields kind of information, that what is the fundamental details you want, right? That you have to give on it, right? First, that could be role. Set a specific function role, the AI. Like you are an investor advisor, or you are a software developer, right? So set a specific function, or you are like any type of profession you are having, like you are in HR, or you are in any kind of department, right? You are in a any things, whichever department you are belong, right? So you have to specify the proper function, actually what you are looking, right? Then set a word limit, output format and mood, right? And third, clearly define what need to be done, right? What need to be done. And last, provide sample to the guide AI response, right? Provide some samples to guide AI to the response. So these are the some formula, I can say like that, in terms of mathematics, right? Or in terms of general elements of a good prompt, right? So first, what we have to do, we have to set a specific function for the AI, set the word limit, right? Clearly define what need to be done, and provide a sample to guide AI response, right? So these are the key elements which we have to keep in our mind whenever we are talking to the AI, whenever we are writing to the prompt. So there are the different type of prompt engineering. So first, we are looking fundamental prompting technique. So actually, how many type of prompting that we are going to understand? So fundamental prompting technique, we have like 3: context and constraint based prompting. Second, we have a role based prompting, and third, we have a zero shot versus few shot prompting, right? So what is this all type? Okay, that we are going to understand how do we write that prompt in a different way, right? And advanced prompting technique, we have a like chain of thought. People do call it COT as well in short. COT, chain of thought, tree of thought, right? Tree of thought, like we do make a tree of thought. Self consistency prompting, react, reason plus act prompting, and multi-model prompting, right? So these 5 comes under the advanced prompting technique, and these 3 comes under the fundamental prompting technique. So we should know how does they work, and then only we can talk to AI and I can get a better response, right? So how does they work, that we are going to looking now. So first, clear constraint based prompting. First, we have to understand weak versus strong prompt, right? So whenever you're talking with the AI, right, you should understand what we want to know and what they are going to respond to us, right? So what is the big point? Clarify what climate change means, right? That means what is the climate change means? That is look like a big prompt. How we can make it in a stronger, in a 400 words, outline the economic impact of the climate change on the city environments. So that will having a like some kind of more context what AI has to think, right? Climate change will not give a more context to the AI, right? What they have to respond. But if I will make it in a proper way, right? Like in 400 words, outline the economic impact of the climate change on the city environment. They will think and they will train that large model, right? LLM, and then they will give a response to you accordingly. So that we have to think what could be the weak prompt, weak and strong prompt, right? So that way we can define it. Role-based prompting, right? So that is a context and constraint-based prompting. Second one is a role-based prompting. So what is a role-based prompting? Example, you are a legal expert, explain constraint law like contract law basics in a simple terms on a small business owner, right? So that is one example of role-based prompting, right? So in role-based prompting, what we have to do, we have to like suppose if you are a legal expert, it could be any context, right? I'm just putting some example in front of you. With the help of that, I'm just explaining, right? But you can take, it doesn't mean it could be legal, it could be from any kind of work as well, right? So suppose if you are legal expert, right? That is a kind of context for me I have, right? What I have to search, right? Now these things I am looking, but what I will do, suppose help me write a resume, something like that look like a big prompt, right? A strong prompt, as a professional career coach, craft a compelling resume for a software engineers with 5 years of experience in Python and AI, ensuring it align the proper hiring trends. So, I mean, if you want to write a resume, it will write a resume, right? But what kind of resume you want? You are from which profession? What you are looking? What kind of content you want to put on it, right? You are from software industry, you are from other, you are from finance, you are from HR, right? What content they want to put on that particular resume, right? So we have to provide that information detail to them, right? So as a professional career coach, right? So you can think like we have to give that context. Like suppose if you want to design some picture, right? Please provide them like give me UI UX, behave like a senior UI UX developer, right? So that kind of context, if I will give to the AI, right, then only AI will give me a proper response. So here I am asking like, as a professional career coach, suppose you are some professional career coach and craft and compile the resume software engineering with a 5 year of experience with the Python and AI engineering, something like that. And it is in a trend actually right now. So what kind of word, that point it will take from that AI and it will present in front of you, and that will make a proper resume on it. So that way we can think, that is called role-based prompting, right? So role-based prompting, weak prompt and strong prompt. Like, give me investment advice. What is the meaning of it? Give me, I mean, it will give something, right, but not give me a proper answer. A strong prompt. So that way we have to understand what is the meaning of weak prompt and strong prompt. As a seasonal financial advisor, provide a details investment plan for the 36-year-old with a stable income of this particular things, right? Long-term wealth growth with modern risk tolerance, something like that, right? So that prompt we can put directly into ChatGPT or any like cloud that will give you a proper response to them. So that way we have to understand what is a weak prompt and a strong prompt. If you are understand that, right, you can get anything whichever you want from the AI, right? So that is the way we have to think on that, right? If you are from human resource platform, you can give like, you are an HR expert, draft a rejection email for a job candidate, maintain a positive and encourage turn something like that. So that can be in any profession, whichever you are, right, you can get it like that. So here in the role-based prompting, we have a weak prompt, a strong prompt, that we have to understand how do we write the weak prompt and what is a strong prompt, right? So that way we have to write the prompt to them, right? Next we have a like zero shot versus few shot prompt. That is the third approach, right? So zero shot is what? No example given. AI figure it out independently. So whenever I'm searching something, right, but I'm not giving any example of them, right? That time it is called zero shot. Few shot, providing examples for better context, right? So if you want to give a better context, provide some kind of example as well with them, providing example for the better context. Zero shot with few shot prompting. So let's understand, right? Guiding AI by the providing a few example before assigning the task, enabling it to understandable and expected response format and context, right? So that is a zero shot and few shot prompting. Now why does work? Few shot prompting help AI recognize patterns, making its response more aligned with user expectation, right? Let's say marketing manager want AI to generate a product descriptions for an online store. Initially they use a simple prompt, but find the out too generic. They improve the prompt using a few shot approach to achieve better result, right? Zero shot and few shot prompting, right? We have like one more, improved prompt. Write a compelling product description for a premium smartphone, right, including key specification, highlight its unique selling points and make it appealing and the tech, right? Here is the two examples of well written descriptions, right? What is that? It is improved prompt. I mean, the previous prompt, maybe it was not that much trend, right? So we have to write the prompt that could be give a more and more context to the AI, then AI can think on that and will return the response on that, right? Like for example, this, I want to search some mobile phone, right, with a specific specification, what camera I want, what kind of, you know, processor we want, what kind of generation of this particular processor we want, right? So this all information we can give. That means it will look like some kind of zero S, this one, right, zero shot and few shot prompting, right? Advanced prompting technique which we have, that's first called chain of thought prompting, right? What is a chain of thought? Thought inside thought. Chain means like we are just combining multiple thoughts, right? Guiding AI to think step by step, improve accuracy in reasoning based task. So if you have some reasoning based task, right, and if you want to chain them, if you want to improve them, that accuracy, right, that time we have to use chain of thought prompting. Why it work? Instead of guessing an answer, right, AI follow a structured problem solving approach, improving accuracy and depth in reasoning based queries, right? Why does it matter? Improve AI reasoning, enhance problem solving ability, generate more contextually relevant output and reduce error and ambiguity. So that's why if you want to reduce ambiguity and errors, and if you want proper clear result whichever you are looking, right, because sometime it is happening, I'm typing something, right, but I'm not getting what I'm expecting, right? So that time you have to be think on that way, you have to give and multiple thoughts on it, right? You can add it as well, you can give a multiple thoughts on it, and then it will give you a proper result on it, right? So prompt, analyze if middle class investor in India should allocate 10 lakhs in a mutual funds, right? So what happened, right? It's a one prompt. So suppose if it is a prompt, how can we ask them? So that have divided in a different part, right? Asset risk, right? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive, right? Then first, and compare different funds type, equity, debt, hybrid. So suppose if you want to looking this, right? Then what happened, right? This particular prompt I divided in 5 different thoughts. So in 5 different thoughts, if I will give it right, like look 5-year return and voluntary, right? Estimate tax implementation, long terms versus short terms capital gain, right? Provided that diversified investment strategy, right? Percentage split among different assets. So that means here we are providing that information in different steps, and we are analyzing actually, okay, what we are looking. That means that is called chain of thought prompting. We are providing a multiple thoughts, according to that only it is analyze, right? So that is one kind of example of chain of thought, right? Improved prompt using chain of thought approach. First we have generate a professional and empathetic response to a customer who is frustrated about a delayed order, right? It is the one kind of thought, I mean kind of prompt that we have to write. So that means I want to know, suppose some of the customer has frustrated with the delay of the order, right? We want to give some kind of response to them, right? So what happened, right? Structure to the response step by step follow. Acknowledge the customer's frustrations in the personalized way. Apologize sincerely, right? Explain the cause of the delay, right? Provide the right concrete resolution and reassure the customer that their concern is taken seriously and offer further assistance, right? So that way COT, I mean chain of thought prompting are truly valuable, where step by step reasoning are required, right? So multiple variable must be considered, right? Like for example, we have considered multiple variables, right? Here also we have considered multiple variables, right? Logical decision making matters and contextual adaptation is needed, right? So that's why chain of thought prompting is work. So chain of thought where we can use it. So explain abstraction topic like AI breaks down difficult concept, right? Problem solving, logical reasoning, multi-steps math reasoning, right? Complex decision making. On that particular, if you have, right, you can directly ask them as well, right? In COT, like chain of thought reasoning, chain of thought, the prompting, give me this particular answer. So we can mention that as well there, right? So like for example, I will give this generate this one, right? And I can directly go to the prompt here, right? I can use any one of them. So if I will write something here, right? And then it will give me some kind of result for it. Gender professional empathize, right? It will give me. So here we can say here subject apologize for the delay for the order. Dear customer, thank you for. So that means that way it will understand. But here it may not give that much, right? Consent. But if I will add this point as well, right? That means it will give me a proper response. Like acknowledge this, right? If I will go on a proper and I mention that, right? That time it will give me more more accurate result, right? So improve, we have to think about the prompt and we have to improve the prompt accordingly. Then all it will become then all it will give a better response to us, right? So chain of thought is one of the prompting technique, right? Which will having like multiple thoughts that we are combining, right? Next we have like second advanced prompting technique, tree of thoughts. That means we are making a tree of thought, right? So tree of thought, what? COT, chain of thought, AI follows one logical path step by step, right? That COT we have covered. And TOT, what happened, right? The tree of thought, AI explore multiple reasoning path before selecting the best answer, right? AI explore multiple reasoning path, right? AI follow one logical path, but here it will follow multiple reasoning path, right? Before selecting the best answer. So that means tree of thought may be better to the COT, but it not all the areas, right? But yeah, they are having a different way, different technique, that way it will understand, right? Tree of thought prompting, prompt. A company wants explain internationally, right? Like evaluate 3 possible market entry strategy, joint venture, direct investment and franchising. Analyze the pros and cons of each and recommend the best approach based on the scalability and risk, right? So that is the one kind of prompt that I'm looking to the that I'm asking with the AI. Now how the AI think on tree of thought. First it will understand right? What? Access to local expertise, joint venture, right? Profit sharing, reduce margin, risk of path conflict, right? And path to direct investment, and third one is franchising. So I have given the three different way, right? Direct investment, franchisee, and joint venture. So it will think on that all three different way and will trend accordingly, and then will give the response to you, right? So that is a way of tree of thought. That is also one of the way that writing a prompt. Like next one we have like self consistency prompting. Here AI generate a multiple independent response to the same prompt and selected the best, most consistent answer, right? So AI generate multiple independent responses in this self consistency prompting, right? And then it will give the best to best prompt according to his experience, whatever that consistent answer they are giving. So self consistency prompting, right? Big prompt. What are the key factors in retaining employees? That could be kind of big prompt. A strong prompt. Self consistency apply. Generate a 3 independent responses listing employees, restrictions, strategy in India's IT industries, right? Then analyze common themes and summarize the most effective strategy based on all answer, right? So that could be a strong prompt. So here we have given the big prompt, and then we have modified, and then we have given the strong prompt, right? So that way self consistency prompt, like AI generate multiple independent responses to the same prompt, right? And selected the best, most consistent answer. Here also it follow the same, right? AI multiple independent responses, right? Will think and will give the best answer. Big prompt. What are the key factor in retaining employees, right? That we have already covered it. Self consistency prompting. Fourth one is react, reason plus act prompting, right? So it's not React programming language, okay? It's React as a reason plus act prompting. So what is React prompting? AI follow a structured approach. In that AI follow a structured approach. First, what is the reason? Think, thought the problem. Second, act, execute a step-by-step approach. Third, reflect, verify and refine the response. Reason, act, reflect. So that way this fourth prompt work. Why it does matter? Ensure logical and structural AI responses, reduce errors in a business report, research and content creation, useful for the decision making, analysis and problem solving, right? So on that particular areas, this React will work, right? What is a big prompt? Summarize this business report on India's startup funding trends, right? A strong prompt. How we can strong them? Analyze this report using the following steps. So I have given the different steps. What thought it is? Identify key trends in the startup finding in the word action. Extract funding patterns, growth sectors and investors preferences. Reflection, verify if all critical insights are covered before summarizing the report, right? So we have broken down into 3 different steps, right? Instead of giving the proper answer, right, we have to think is thought, action and reflection. Then way react plus act, prompt will, advanced prompting technique will work, right? So that way we have to think on that, what we are searching and what we are looking, right? And then only we have to ask to the AI, then only AI will give me a proper response. Advanced prompting technique number 5, which is a multi-modal prompting. What is the meaning of multiple model prompting? As name suggests, multi-modal. That means with the help of text, I will give some type of videos, some type of images with the AI, and then only I will ask, please give me a proper response accordingly, and I will type some kind of prompt as well, right? Break down it, modalities, right? Different type of input format, text format, image format, audio format, video format, multi-modal prompting using multiple formats together in a single AI prompt. That is the meaning of multimodal prompting, right? Example, right? Text only, describe whatever it is, Taj Mahal or something like that, right? Whatever, like AI gives the text based on the response, right? Then multimodal text plus image, then what happened, right? Analyzing this image of the Taj Mahal and provide a historical summary. Then that will provide a historical summary. AI process both the image and text, generate the richer response. Right? So that way we can provide image with some kind of text as well, then all it will understand and it will give me a proper answer of it. Break it down. Modularity, right? Different type of input format, right? And then multimodal prompting, using multiple formats together in a single AI prompt, right? So these all are the prompting technique which we have. So whenever you are searching something on the AI, right, please keep in your mind, you can follow any of the prompting technique. I have some industries kind of experience as well that I mentioned here. So use cases, right, domain, right, technique in which particular domain, like if you're a software developer, right, you can use chain of thought or role based prompting, right? So that may help you on it, right? If you are using like product requirement analysis, right, competitive market analysis, right, self consistency prompting will help you on it, right? So that will like customer support response, that means role based plus context constant. So that means it doesn't mean like it will fit always on it, right? If you have some other things as well, that also you can look at, but it's kind of general that is made here, right? For this particular like area, what kind of prompt engineering technique will fit on it on particular areas, right? Investment portfolio strategy, what kind of that technique will use, chain of thought, product launch content, like few shot bet role based prompting, right? So use case, bug troubleshooting support. So suppose I got some bug, which will be prompting will be work, react, right? React, I mean reason with act, right? So you can give some different scenario. I'm getting here the problem, getting this problem, that problem, right? And that will be the better answer, right? So these are the different technique which could be fit in a different real world scenarios where you can use this type of prompting, right? Next one, choosing the right techniques for your task, right? If you need, right, like what type of things scenario, like evaluate business strategy, right? So that time chain of thought will be work, drafting emails report, few short prompting will work, market research, competitive self consistency will work, right? Troubleshoot, react will work. So this kind of scenario we have, right, on that particular multi-model prompting, react prompting, self consistency, few short based long term few short kind of the prompting will fit on it. Final thought, choosing the right prompt strategy can significantly enhance AI driven decision making and context generation, right? So there's a main final thought where we have to understand that. Okay, so inside this complete session, I have given the different type of prompting. I have just explained the different type of prompting, right? It could be any scenarios, but whenever you are typing and whenever you are searching, right, you can think accordingly and you can give your text accordingly, right, in a different way, whichever field you are there, right, and you will get the proper response. And then only it's kind of the proper, we are using the AI tool, right, but if you do not know how to talk with the AI tool, right, that is also not a right way. That is also not a right way to to use them, right? I have a vehicle, I have a suppose bike, but I don't know how to drive a bike, right? How can I utilize them? So we have a lot of tools right now available, but we should know that how to use them, right? That means we have to understand how to write the prompt. So prompt is one of the important part whenever you're talking with the AI tools, right? That's it for this session, guys. Thank you so much. And if you like the video, please subscribe it. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.